Hello everyone, welcome to today's brand new series. In this series, we are going to talk about what is JavaScript, most important interview asked questions and its answer. So we'll start with the first video, today's first video of this playlist, and let's get started. So what is the difference between Java and JavaScript? So basically, Java is a object oriented programming language, which we also call it as OOPS programming language, and it create application that runs in virtual machine or browser. Java code needs to compiled every time when it runs. JavaScript and object oriented programming scripting language, or we can say that object oriented scripting language. So the code is running on a browser alone. JavaScript code can directly run on any of the browser. JavaScript code are all in the form of text alone. So JavaScript does not need to be compiled every time when we are going to run the code. So next question, we'll see what is JavaScript. So basically JavaScript is a lightweighted interpreted programming language with object oriented capabilities that allow you to build interactive front-end web pages. The general purpose core of the language has been embedded with Netscape or Internet Explorer or other web browsers. Let's move to the next question. Question third, what are the possible ways to create object in JavaScript? So here we have listed 6 of the possible ways to create object in JavaScript, although we have multiple ways to create objects. First one is object constructor. This is the syntax for creating object constructor. Second one is object create method. This is the syntax of creating object create method. Object literal syntax as this. Function constructor. So here we have the function constructor syntax. ES6 class syntax. And last, we are having singleton pattern to create. These are the different ways to create object in JavaScript. Now the first question is, what are different type of JavaScripts? So the different types of JavaScript supported is undefined, null, boolean, symbol, numbers and object. These are the different 7 types of data type which is being supported by JavaScript. What are the features of JavaScript? So basically JavaScript is lightweighted interpreted programming language. It is designed for creating network centric application. It is complementary to and integrated with Java. It is an open and cross-platform scripting language. Is JavaScript is a case sensitive? Before seeing the answer of this question, I will request you all to subscribe to Code for Placement. The more you subscribe, the more we motivate and make such more videos. Thank you so much, guys. Yes, JavaScript is a case sensitive language. The language keyword, variables, functions name, all of them need to be in case sensitive. Means it must always be typed with a constrained capitalization of letter. What are the advantages of JavaScript? These are the following advantages of JavaScript. It less server interactions, or you can validate your input before sending the page off to the server. Immediate feedback you can get before loading. If you forgot anything to be filled out, so it will give it to you. Increase interaction between the users and the page. It has a rich interfaces which include drag and drop component and sliders to reach the interface of site visitors. What is prototype chaining in JavaScript? This is the 8th question we have. Prototype chaining is used to build a new object type based on the existing one. It is similar to inheritance. So we are reusing the code again and again which is already being written. So the prototype on object intents is available through object get prototype of object or proto methods, proto property. So we can have object.prototype. Ninth question is, what is JSON and its common operation? JSON is text-based data formatting format following JavaScript object, which also used for transmitting data across network, and basically it is a text format. And for praising means converting a string into native, we have JSON.praise text. And if suppose we have to convert a native object to a string so it can be transmitted across the network, we have JSON.stringify object. What is the purpose of array slice method? So this is the 10th question. So slice method is very useful when we have a number of array and we have to distinguish with the sub array, or we have to slice it from the starting element and to the given element, that is by the end position, without including the last or the first one. So this will omit the section which is not being selected. So here the example is that, let's say if I'm having example of some of the examples, we are having the list array integer of 1 2 3 4 5, and the if we are slicing it from 0 to 2 and we return 1 2. And also we have the array slicing, if we are slicing it from 2 to 3, these are the indexes which we are passing. So 2 is this one and 3 is this, so we are just returning 3. Next, move on to next question. How do you compare object with map? So basically object is similar to the map. In both we let the same key of the value to retrieve the values or delete the key. The key of the object can be string and symbol, whereas the key of the map will include function, object and primitive data type. The key in map are ordered, whereas in object it is not in ordered. You can get the size of the map easily with the size property, whereas the number of properties are there in object must be determined manually. So the map is iterable and object required obtaining its key in the same fashion, iterating over them. So a map may perform better scenarios involving frequent addition and removal of key pair. Thank you so much guys, this is all we have for today. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, and do subscribe to Code for Placement.